All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're 3 fights away from our first intermission of the evening. Remember, if you have general admission tickets, there's still plenty of seating all around the building. If you guys can keep the walkways clear when I announce fighters, that'd be fantastic. Now, please put your hands together for Davyd Davydenko in the blue corner.
Davydenko making his walk and his debut here. And I'll tell you what, Davyd Davydenko, if I'm not mistaken, he hails from Europe. He's living here in the U.S. now, and this is the 5th bout he's been scheduled for. Yet it is his debut. I don't know all the details. I don't know, who was pulling out, what the reasons were, but you got to think that is frustrating to have 4 fights fall through in about 8 months, and you got to think he's just ecstatic to finally be entering that ring tonight.
Oh, let me tell you, he is ecstatic. I got to watch this kid at warm-ups yesterday. David was all up in the grill of Fletcher, and those are the fights I really like to see, because not so much for the conflict side of things, but more so because you know that both those guys want to go ahead and kind of get one.
Fantastic shape here, so I'm sure he's going to lean on his athleticism here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome his opponent, Aaron Fletcher, to the red corner.
And his opponent, our third two-knuckle sports fighter of the evening, Aaron Fletcher, making the walk. Excellent walkout song.
Okay.
He is a highwayman, making his walk to the ring.
You don't see that often.
Man.
Willie Nelson on the MMA scene. Man,
we got
bougie, badass Willie Nelson. I'm excited to see what else you got for the walkouts. These Arizona
gentlemen, your 6th bout of the evening takes place in the super welterweight division, has K-1 rules, and is scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds. Your third man in the ring once again for this fight, Mr. Jason L. Good. In the blue corner, making his amateur debut with an official weight of 165.8 pounds, fighting out of Warrior Strength Martial Arts in Bellevue, Washington, introducing Davyd Davydenko. His opponent, fighting out of the red corner, making his amateur debut with an official weight of 167.3 pounds, fighting out of Two Knuckle Sports in Surprise, Arizona, presenting Aaron Fletcher.
Like Satima from One Punch Man, dude. Yeah. He was out there. I almost thought we were about to hear some anime intro music.
Big punch thrown by Fletcher off the bat. Spinning kick landed. Not a ton of force there from Davydenko. Oh, big punches there early from Fletcher, putting it on him.
And Fletcher.
What a flurry. Wow, he is not giving Davydenko a second to breathe here early in this first round. Good kick from Davydenko.
Oh, wow. Powerful kicks there from David.
And that shin guard is virtually off on the lead leg of Fletcher here. So if he lands that lead shin, that is going to hurt like a regular kick from a professional fighter.
These men are just, massive for the weight class as well. Let me tell you, for super welterweight, I would not want to be standing across either one of these guys at 160.
Not at all. Davydenko looking more for the big strikes, while Fletcher going for the combinations, looking to walk his opponent down. He's caught in the ropes in the spinning hook kick attempt. And man,
both these gentlemen exchanging some spinning wheel kicks.
There is just something about that kick that seems to memorize fighters. As soon as somebody throws it, everybody seems to just want to throw it afterwards.
And it's really been a good job here from Davydenko of, just establishing his kick game. But I really want to try and see him use that 1-2 a little bit more, similar to what his opponent has been doing so far. But it really seems that he's having a tough time of, even though he's the longer fighter, of managing the distance, which is quite odd.
Well, he's showcasing fantastic movement, but he's not using this movement to set anything up. He's moving, and then waiting until they both stand still to then strike again. So if he can maybe turn this movement and force Fletcher to run on to some of his counters, I think he'll really start landing some damaging blows.
Near cheap there lands from Davydenko. Powerful
what a body kick
there.
I felt that one from the commentary booth over here.
And Davydenko gives a little bit of a smile back after receiving that body kick and a right hand to follow. And
he's talking to his opponent in there.
Emotion to
Taunting
come on.
him.
Instead, come forward. Second, third.
100%. And, on the flip side, same with Davydenko, he's doing a lot of good things, just capitalizing those good things, using your movement to set up the strikes, not just moving to get to a different place in the ring to then strike again.
I love the note you made in that first round. You stated, he's doing a great job of moving, and that's been helping with the kicks. But he's in between those times, it's the letting his hands down, guarding up because he thinks he's expecting something from Fletcher.
Absolutely. Feints the spin there. Oh, good teep there from Fletcher. And, teeps are a great tool to use against somebody who wants to throw those, high output kicks, throwing themselves off balance. That teep lands in the midsection, and they're on their butt before they know it. Oh, good left hand landed by Davydenko there. Oh, this is a good exchange. Both men using the hands a bit.
Both these gentlemen going a little bit of a flashback to the 1800s with the way they've been trading shots here tonight, man. It's been, you get a spinning back kick, I get a spinning back kick. You get an uppercut, I get an uppercut. It's really just been a kind of even exchange between these two.
Just a game of Simon Says between these two fighters. You can do that, well, I can do it better, they both say, as Davydenko throws an uppercut and a left hook. Landing clean with the left hook there. Oh, big spinning back fist. Actually gets some skull on that one.
I think that uppercut is kind of setting up that hook well because it's making.
Oh, that was
nice.
A big shot landed. Fletcher looks a little bit wobbled here. Let's see if he can recover.
Right as I stated that, I feel like that uppercut has a good job of setting up Fletcher to really just kind of keep his guard high and not really around so much the ears, but more so around his face, trying to protect that chin. When he's doing that, though, he's leaving a vulnerability up top, and Davydenko's been able to capitalize with landing that hook now a couple times throughout the second round.
Retaping the shin guard here for Fletcher, but that thing is already hanging half off. Oh, big head kick landed for Davydenko there.
That thing's more out the door than an 18-year-old heading out of college. It is wanting to come off of the left leg there, Fletcher.
And, I got to give Davydenko credit for how hard he's been throwing every single shot. He is still, maintaining that level of cardio well into the second round.
And like how you said, aura farming to the max here is Davydenko. I love that you said that because he's just been doing that throughout this fight here tonight.
Talking to his opponent, emoting, throwing big shots. He's looking to get some fans here tonight, I'll tell you that. Third and final round here between Davyd Davydenko and Aaron Fletcher in the 168-pound division. Big, powerful shots by Fletcher and Davydenko here. Big knees thrown. Looks like he was going for a guillotine right there for a second, but the referee breaks up the action.
Heard some murmurs of Dustin Poirier maybe in the crowd and thought,
why not try it? Do not jump the ghillie because this is kickboxing.
Definitely cannot throw up that guillotine, especially in this third round when you're trying to earn these judges' scorecards. It's been a very, very close one throughout these first two rounds. And
absolutely, and big punches landed there by Fletcher. Really looks like he recovered some of that energy in between rounds 2 and 3.
Nice uppercut there landed as well from Fletcher to go ahead and follow up.
Good kicks here from Davydenko. I would like to see Davydenko set up these kicks just a little bit more, a jab, a hook, something to just put it in front of that kick so he's not throwing them naked.
And he was doing a great job of that in the second, but I think just maybe the fatigue and the, that will to want to go ahead and try and get a finish here. He's really trying for that hook and that, that jump, but it doesn't seem to be there because like how you said, he's not really setting up a lot of these attacks. He needs to try and set up, throw that one, throw that two, and maybe come back around with the hook, work off his feet, because like how you said, the movement's there.
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, Fletcher is looking extremely tired here in the latter stages of this third round. Davydenko really just sticking and moving, staying safe. He's probably got to think he's got 2 rounds in the bank here, and now he's just trying to,
nice cross there,
finish off this third round.
From Davydenko.
Oh, that was a big counter shot landed by Fletcher.
Trying to find the timing now has been Davydenko of when Fletcher's dropping those hands, and now it's just a game of time in here in this third round between these two fighters.
Well, I'll tell you what, Davydenko seems like a hard man to hit. Between the height, the movement, the unorthodox, he's really doing a good job of avoiding most of the power shots of Fletcher.
Now, speaking a little bit earlier, when you have a...
Ladies and gentlemen, the judges have reached the decision. Judge number 1 scored the bout 30-27. Judges 2 and 3 scored the bout 29-28 for your winner by unanimous decision. Out of the red corner, Aaron Fletcher.